Hey, we're here at the RedFlex office. Not listed on here, of course, but they are Suite 104. SafeSpeed Lafayette. There's the office. No sign. Nothing.
Oh, Phil. Okay.
Fill and refill. I'll tell them.
Refill. Very good. Okay, guys. You want to be filmed? Stephanie Ware, private investigator.
Hello.
Does she have a license?
Oh, yeah, she does.
Okay. Driver's license?
Driver's license.
Now, tell them I tell the difference. The way you tell the difference is he parts his hair down the middle, I part my hair on the side.
Ah, okay. And which, well, I'm sorry, tell me your names again.
Phil Abshire, Mark Abshire.
Okay, and you have a hearing at 1?
120.
120. Okay, have they told you who's going to be here today?
They told me there'll only be one adjudicator here. I came yesterday afternoon to check because I made numerous calls here and their mailbox was full. And
Okay.
they wouldn't answer.
Who's the adjudicator? Did they tell you?
They would not tell me who. There's 5 adjudicators. They rotate out one at a time. They weren't sure which one would be here. Anthony Tramel will be here. I asked that question.
Very good. So what do you expect from today?
A total success.
Perfect. Okay, let's, you ready to go in?
Of course.
All right.
Mine couldn't make it.
All right.
But I'm glad you came.
Send me an invitation. I want to see what it's all about.
Appreciate it.
Good.
Do we need to get the motions to dismiss?
Yeah.
No, we don't want to
You don't want to dismiss? Okay, because we drew up some mock motions to dismiss with a mock hearing, mock trial. It's not a legal binding document.
We're going to go with their. I'm going to use their document against their law. I'm going to use it. They don't follow their own law. RedFlex does not comply with the ordinance. Basically, the problem.
How?
Oh, you'll have to
Wait and see?
Documentation.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to ask them when the hearing was going to be, and they kept saying, "Well, do the holidays. You know, we're going to have to wait till after the holidays. After the holidays."
Now, you might want to mention that Tony Tramel, we had asked for documentation ahead of time, from 2 weeks ahead of time, to have the calibration certificates and all this stuff.
To prepare.
They delivered. They gave us no reply, and then yesterday afternoon at 4:15, they delivered some papers to my house.
I got mine 4:45 yesterday.
So they wait till the last minute to give us anything to prepare our defense.
And since Thanksgiving, we've been waiting to get a hearing.
Before we actually.
Well, actually, the 20th and 19th of November.
19th of November is when I asked for my hearing.
We asked for the documentation.
And today's January 17th, 2008.
Okay. Only 60 days, if you count it.
Sure. Okay.
I'm here for a 1 o'clock hearing with adjudicator.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the name?
Phil Abshire. I think my brother has one at 120.
Okay.
There's Tony on video. I'll shut the door.
I know.
No notice to me given. So I assumed it's going to be an open hearing.
Your phone's been busy?
Yes, it's been pretty busy.
Couldn't get through yesterday, so the mailbox was full.
These are the ordinance. Okay, sir. All right, where were we? This is Mr. Bruno. What you do is, if you want to.
Not anybody that you need.
Document the documents.
And
And this is yours?
Yes, his is identical, of course.
Twins. You don't mind being filmed, do you, ma'am? Consent to photograph?
Yeah, kind of. Huh?
You at least got your license.
Yeah.
what I want to do is, right, I understand that. I'll go ahead and take the name and number. What I'll need to do is just go ahead and let the manager get back to you.
You're not going to pay, are you?
What,
Exactly.
she calls in.
Would you like to sit in on my hearing? I'm going to fight it.
Huh?
Would you like to sit in on my hearing? I'm going to fight it if you want to see how to fight it.
Oh, really?
It's at 1 o'clock. His hearing is at 1,
Oh.
if you're interested.
And I gotta be somewhere for 2.
Okay.
So that's
Well,
1
How
to
can you
1:20.
fight it, like, I mean, if you don't mind?
You want to show it real quick?
Huh?
Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
First thing, if you read the ordinance, read the law. Where were you
All right, I'll
particular
go
at?
ahead and get it.
It was on Willow Street.
Were you at a traffic light or?
It was just, I don't know if I was even in the van. I don't remember.
Well,
I have other people
The
drive.
law says that they can only give you a fine if it's at an intersection or at a traffic light. If they're parking on the side of the road, the fine is only for speeding through an intersection. It says right here that the fines are only for proceeding through an intersection at a speed greater than the posted limit. I was not in an intersection.
Okay, it don't look like
Real
my
simple.
van was moving.
Well, let's see what the street is.
It was, well, I don't have the original with me, but it was on Willow Street.
Hi.
Okay, so they coming at 1?
Well, I'm gonna be here here.
How can I help you?
I think I'm gonna stick with these guys here.
Save the money.
SafeSpeed, I'm speaking. How can I help you?
Now what does she need to do? She needs to,
After you're done.
I'm sure too.
So if you're at okay.
Okay, so you, I mean, you can't contact back, but as of right now, when do you think you might?
Sometimes a radio personality.
Yeah, that's right. Now, is she the one that raised the question on their own rules?
So you have to be on the message
That's
or
what-
that
that's-
stuff? I don't even remember. What time it is right now?
1 o'clock.
So it's about
Hotel.
I got 4 or 5 to or 4.
Hey, how did y'all both manage to get, the invoices in the mail from RedFlex and a hearing on the same day?
Well, the tickets were actually, 1 hour apart in different vehicles on the same place.
Same place. So when they called and to make an appointment, Phil told them, well, I'll set it the same day as my brother since he travels, and they called me and I said, we would like to set ours on such and such a date and pick this date.
Who did they tell you would be here today? I'm sorry.
They didn't say who the adjudicator was, but just Tony Tramel had one adjudicator.
Tony Tramel and 1 adjudicator. No name.
No name. There's 5 adjudicators and they rotate out. And evidently the rotation's a secret.
5 adjudicators.
It won't be when we find out their names.
You don't mind if I invite her
Is there a Mark Abshire?
Yes.
to fill up charge first.
That's supposed to be at 1 o'clock.
Is it?
Mine's 1:20.
They said Phil is first?
I made the appointment for 1 o'clock.
That's what. Find out.
It doesn't matter to us, whoever would like to go first.
Okay.
Is this public?
Can I have some gas?
Let's take that to one because
Okay, what I want to make sure that everyone understands is this is administrative, this is an administrative adjudication proceeding. It's a public meeting. The public is welcome in here, but decorum and respect must be observed. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, you state your name for the record, please,
Philip Edward Abshire,
and your address.
156 Antigua Drive, Lafayette, Louisiana, 70503.
Okay. And we're here on an appeal of a citation that was issued to you on October 10th, 2007. The citation number is LAM 0001490.
The notice of violation number is, I don't know if I have a citation or not. I just have a notice of violation. I was never issued a citation. Yeah, that's a notice of violation right here. I just want to be precise.
Okay, notice of violation, all right. It is also my understanding that you and I believe your brother, Mark, requested some materials from RedFlex in regard to calibration and some technical questions with regard to their equipment. Is that correct?
That's correct. Correct, from SafeSpeed Lafayette. which is where we got our
Right.
notice from.
And it is also my understanding that those were received by you only yesterday, is that correct?
Some of it was received yesterday. I do not, there's a lot of it I do not have.
Okay.
Yesterday, at close of business.
Can you speak your name, sir? Your name, sir,
Your
that's
name.
fine?
Mark Abshire. Mark.
Okay, so you're in for his ticket.
No, he has an uptick,
I know,
it's separate.
okay.
Sorry.
At this time, if you find that unsatisfactory as far as the response, I am persuaded to continue this hearing. If you would like more time to review the material that was asked to be provided, and if you're telling me today that not everything you asked for has been provided, we can certainly continue this hearing if that is your wish.
Instead of continue, would you rather throw it out? Because it wasn't provided, they've had 60 days? Why would you continue when they've already had 60 days to provide materials for me?
I'm persuaded to continue this hearing.
Would you consider throwing it out?
No,
I'd like to continue then at this moment.
okay. I know for the record that Mr. Abshire has been provided the opportunity to continue this hearing in regard to the issue of a response by the city or by SafeSpeed to provide materials with regard to calibration. Okay, let's pull up Mr. Philip Abshire's ticket. All right.
Is there the two pictures?
If you would identify, is that your vehicle, sir?
Yes,
All
that
right.
is my vehicle.
All right. And is that you driving or your wife? It's my understanding that your wife may have been driving this.
That is my daughter.
Your daughter, okay. And you are aware of the fact that you have the opportunity to, by affidavit, require her to appear, and what we call...
Right, I'm waiving that.
Okay, you're waiving the affidavit to nominate her as...
Correct.
Okay. Okay. The violation indicates that this occurred on October 10th, 2007, and the speeding, the notice of violation indicates that you were going 37 miles per hour in a 25 mile per hour zone in the 515 block of Camellia Drive. Is that correct as far as you know, sir? That's
As far as I know, that's what the notice of violation indicates.
Okay. At the time of this, did you speak with is your daughter here today?
No, she is not.
Okay, and she's not
She
going to
works,
be attending?
she couldn't take off work.
Okay, and what's your daughter's name?
Jessica Abshire.
All right. She doesn't dispute that she was driving the vehicle at this time?
Does not dispute it.
Did she indicate to you, or are you aware of any circumstance when that she was told by a law enforcement officer that she needs to be speeding up to get by? The affirmative defenses in the ordinance, I'm going to read them out. You tell me if you're aware of any situation that would apply to this ticket. The operator of the vehicle was acting in compliance with the lawful order or direction of a law enforcement or public safety officer.
No.
Okay. The operator of the vehicle violated the speed limit as to move out of the way of an immediately approaching authorized emergency vehicle.
To the best of my knowledge, it does not apply.
The vehicle is being operated as an authorized emergency vehicle under LRS 3224, and the operator was acting in compliance with LRS 32:24.
I'm not familiar with the LRS 234.
Affirmative defense 4 does not apply because Mr. Abshire stated for the record that his daughter was in fact driving the car, but he's waiving the nomination. 5, the person who received the notice of violation was not the owner of the vehicle at the time of the violation. You own this vehicle?
Yes, I own the vehicle.
And 6, at the time of the violation, the vehicle was a stolen vehicle, or the license plate displayed on the vehicle was a stolen plate.
Does not apply.
It's not stolen. Okay. I'll give you a chance to state your case for the record.
At this time?
Yes, sir. Just to say, my review of the record indicates the notice of violation, which Mr. Abshire has a copy of and has confirmed that he is the owner of that vehicle. He's waived the nomination of his daughter, and there's calibration material in connection with this, the paperwork that I have in front of me. And if, I would presume you may have constitutional questions. If you do, just state those, and they'll be noted for the record, but this is not the form.
I have no constitutional questions.
Okay.
Just so I don't know for my records, could I get your name?
My name is Fred Davis.
Fred Davis. Mr. Davis, could you tell me how you were selected for the position of adjudicator?
This is not a hearing for that purpose, sir.
Public information?
Well, I would like to determine that there's no bias in this hearing, and be sure I'm getting a fair hearing. I'd like to ask again, how were you selected for this position of adjudicator?
By the ordinance through the Parking Adjudication Bureau, I am one of the adjudication officers, administrative hearing officers.
You're assigned or elected or a volunteer official?
I'm an independent contractor with the city, with the LCG.
Okay. And are you're being, then, it's safe to assume you're being compensated by the city, parish government?
Sir, this is your ticket violation.
Right, and I want to be sure that I'm getting a fair hearing.
I am not here for a violation. I've told you
Okay.
my authority for being here through the Parking Adjudication Bureau and it's in the ordinance.
I just thought it'd be nice to know if there's any bias at present. You have read the ordinance 021-02006?
Is that the ordinance that's applicable? with
Yes,
regards
that's
to
the ordinance that's on my notice of violation, 0210-2006.
Where are your violations?
Right there.
Let me see.
I'll give you a copy for you, and I will circle it for you.
Yes, I do have that.
So you have read that ordinance? You familiar with it?
I'm familiar with it,
Okay.
and I can make a decision
All right.
right now with regard to that. The ordinance that is stated on this document appears to be a different number than the ordinance that would be applicable for the date of this violation.
This is the ordinance I'm going to defend this morning. Okay. First of all,
What I can say is, based on that, the notice of violation is deficient because the ordinance does not say the correct ordinance. So for that,
what?
May I speak?
Yes.
I noticed, Phil, that they have different paperwork than they sent you. Their ordinance is different than yours here. They're holding one set of documentation and you're holding another.
okay.
You imagine that?
The only thing that, okay, let's stay dignified here, all right? Okay?
All right.
The only one that matters is the violation you said you have.
Correct.
And I'm telling you that the ordinance here is not the ordinance that was in effect on the date of this violation. And therefore, the prima facie evidence of that violation leads me to the decision that I'll need to overturn this ticket.
Okay.
You look surprised.
No. I have a lot more information I can go through, but it appears it's not necessary. Is that correct?
Not on this ticket, not this day, sir.
Okay. All right.
So I will sign the appropriate documents here. Now, if you paid extra, it was refunded to him, is that correct?
I paid nothing,
He paid nothing.
Okay.
except for my time and my gas.
Well, unfortunately, the ordinance doesn't provide that, so this is a choice that you were given. Mayor Phillips, Mayor Phillips. Okay, if you provide that, that concludes Mr. Hampshire's hearing.
Just out of curiosity, y'all gonna try to go back and look at the other people that have paid and see if their ordinances not match?
We're here for this ticket today, sir.
Okay.
You availed yourself of the privilege
Okay.
of appealing. That's why we're here. Yeah, sure, make a copy. I assume you want to stay for your brother's hearing?
Looks good.
I have more information.
Wait till she gets back in.
-2007.
And you said there was 3 ordinances. Can I ask for the other one? So I've all 3.
Yeah, the effective ordinance of what we just talked about was August 22nd, 2007 through November 21st, 2007.
Well, that applies to this day. All the 0175 is August, November.
No, the one we just talked about, the 206, I think he said it is no longer active.
No,
Well, that's active at the date of this ticket.
no, it was not. On the date of your,
It was 10 October. Oh, August to what now? I'm sorry.
August 22, 2007 to November 21st, 2007.
Well, November, October's in between there.
Yeah, it was
That,
active then.
right.
Please be patient with me.
Okay, no, that is correct. We'll take your ticket and see if we go down the same road.
Keep the original,
Yeah, we'll keep the original, yeah. Okay, will you pull up Mark Hampshire's ticket? Okay. All right, for the record here, we have the administrative hearing of Mark Abshire. Would you state your name for the record, please, sir?
Mark Andrew Abshire
Address?
at 704 Yvette Marie, Lafayette, Louisiana, 70503.
Okay. We are here in regard to a notice of violation that we received bearing number LAM 0001470.
That's correct?
And you have a copy of that in front of you, is that correct?
Yes.
We have a date of violation of October 10th, 2007, going 32 miles per hour in a 25 mile per hour speed zone at 515 block of Camellia Drive, correct?
That's correct, 7 miles.
And it's my understanding that your wife or your daughter was also driving this vehicle?
My wife.
Your wife. And you are aware of the fact that you can nominate another person who would be driving the vehicle and make them come to the hearing to contest the ticket. Are you waiving that?
I'm waiving that right.
All right, noted for the record. At the time of this violation, I'm going to ask you if you are aware that your wife was in any of the following circumstances. Was she operating the vehicle acting in compliance with the lawful order or direction of a law enforcement or public safety officer, to your knowledge?
No.
Was she the operator of a vehicle so as to move out of the way of an immediately approaching authorized emergency vehicle?
No.
Was the vehicle being operated as an authorized emergency vehicle under LRS 32:24, or the operator was acting in compliance with LRS 32:24?
I'm not familiar with that statute.
All right. But as far as you know, she was not called into service as an authorized emergency vehicle.
That's correct.
Number 4 of the exceptions does not apply because you've already waived the affidavit nominating your wife. You are the owner of the vehicle, correct?
That's correct.
And was not stolen at the time of this violation. Okay. Now look at your violation that you have, sir. Note for the record that the notice of violation that Mr. Abshire has indicates an ordinance that reads 0-210-2006, which is an ordinance that was in effect between September 21st, 2006 and August 22nd, 2007. Another ordinance took its place for the time period that we are concerned with at the date of the violation. For those reasons, the violation, which is prima facie evidence of the violation, is deficient as it does not state the correct ordinance. For those reasons, I will overturn this ticket.
I would request to ask a question. I would like to ask why this documentation that was mailed to me is different than the documentation that RedFlex has. Why was it changed? On what authority? And why was I not notified of any changes?
I'm not the person to ask that, sir.
Who would be the person to ask?
You would ask your councilman or the Lafayette Consolidated Government.
Are there two sets of books here? Enron got in trouble for this. I'm just asking in that context. There appears to be two sets of books. If I have one documentation and you have another.
I think Mr. Tramel's here. Can you answer that for us?
Mr. Tramel, it's not germane to this ticket. If we want to go off the record with regard to that.
It is this ticket.
It is this ticket, and I am asking why you have different documentation than I am given.
Okay. I'm following the law, sir. And there are three different ordinances.
Are you an attorney?
I'm an attorney.
Okay.
Yes, I am, sir. Okay. I'm following three different ordinances as passed by the Lafayette Consolidated Government. And on this day, it is to your benefit that the violation that you were called in here for does not state the correct ordinance.
I realize that it is to my benefit, but I am here for the benefit of Lafayette citizens also. So for their benefit, I would like to know why there are two separate documentations for the same offense.
There are three ordinances, sir, and City Council gave appropriate notice to the public for that purpose and passed them in accordance with their usual format for doing that. That's why they're...
Did they give the, you said they gave it to the public, did they give the ordinance change to Speed Safe or to RedFlex?
I can't answer that, and that's not my role.
Because they are not using the same ordinance.
That's not my role to answer that question for you. The evidence, my role is to look at the evidence that's presented before me on the violation. The evidence shows that the ordinance that's been placed on your ticket is not the ordinance that's applicable with the date that the violation was.
But your role is also to look at the documentation. And I'm asking why the documentation is different.
I can't answer that. The documentation is put in front of me. I don't produce that.
I'm asking you to go and pursue why documentation has been falsified here.
Okay. That is something that you'll have to take up with Mr. Tramel or with your council.
May I have a copy of that falsified documentation?
Falsified is a pretty loaded word.
May I? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not an attorney. May I have a copy of that documentation that is different than what was mailed to me?
I'll have to concur with the city attorney's office with regard to that.
When will I expect that answer?
I can't give you that.
Can I ask my councilman for that information?
Can my councilman, a councilman is here, can I ask the councilman if I can have a copy of the...
I don't have the authority to release that.
Does a councilman? Does Tony Tramel? They're both here.
I can't answer that question.
Can they answer? Can they speak?
It's up to Mr. Tramel if he wants to speak. Let's close.
No, I want to make this a matter of record. I do not want to close.
No, you don't have that option. You are here to adjudicate your ticket violation, and I have done that in your favor. So that adjudication is over based on the evidence that you brought that indicates to me that the ordinance is different. The ordinance that's listed on there is different. That's why the decision to overturn has occurred.
But you're going by my documentation and not by yours. Therefore, are you stating that your documentation is incorrect?
No, I'm not. I am saying that the documentation that has been provided to me by you, as well as indicates a discrepancy that clearly says that ordinance is of that number. And on my knowledge of the ordinances that were in effect, it does not square away with the date of your violation.
One question not related to the ordinance. Does that mean that you don't want to see any documentation on cosine error or trigonometry or RedFlex calibrations or any of the other documentation that I have prepared?
That's not germane to this ticket. It's been overturned.
Okay.
Okay, let's sign off on this.
Press for some gross mismanagement here.
Well, I think I need a copy of this. Now, off the record, I need to ask Tony Tramel if I can have a copy of that.
I'm going to put it the same way. We're going to refer that to our city attorney.
Who calls Red? Okay, so success at RedFlex.
I'm gonna give you all this. I'm hoping to work for you.
Get our phone number.
Oh, I got it.
I got my business card in my truck.
Oh no, I touched it. All right. Very good. So what do you, let me fix my,
So, you guys gonna go have some double mint gum or something?
So what do you think about that?
so what do you think?
That was intense. What do you think?
That was pretty intense that we found out that RedFlex has 2 sets of books.
There seems to be a fraud case here of documentation error, and they would not give me a copy without consulting their attorney.
Well, this is going to go to the United States Postal Service when we get done with this, so they
Because
understand.
their documentation is different, and they refused to give me a copy than my documentation that they said was out of date.
What they provided for us is not what they provided for the adjudicator. So they have falsified documents.
What was the adjudicator's name again?
Fred Davis.
Fred Davis.
And he's an attorney.
Good old Fred.
He's an attorney who is a consultant for the city, as adjudicator, who appears to be paid, would not answer the question, but appears to be on the city paper.
So would they give you, did they ever give you a copy of that, of their documentation?
No, but Tony Tramel said he would contact us and give us a copy. At the point where I receive a copy, I will have to ask for an investigation as to why the documentation is being changed and not notifying us.
Very good. All right, success at RedFlex.
Let me just ask you this. Do you think this could pave the way for a lot of people who already paid these tickets?
I think they need to go
ask for a refund, maybe.
I think they need to go back after a refund.
Did you?
Obviously, the documentation does not match. Also, I would like to say that the documentation that we did prepare.
Don't worry about that.
I'd like to say,
Can you hold on just a second? What's your name?
Monica,
Monica, you came here today. Why did you come here today?
I had to pay SafeSpeed ticket.
Did you pay it?
No, ma'am.
You didn't. What are you going to do now?
I'm gonna try to fight it.
Good for you. Good for you. All right, good luck.
They may fix their paperwork. Yeah.
I have a set of paperwork. I don't know if you want us to give it to you.
You bet. You bet.
On this.
I didn't prepare all this.
The fine actually says the fine is posted through an intersection. It is not posted at a non-intersection. This is at 515 Camellia. It's a non-intersection.
Right.
The speed vans are not at intersections. This only covers intersections.
Where's 515 Camellia?
Miss Golden's lawn.
It's Miss Golden's lawn, yes. We stopped by to see her today, and she wasn't home. I was going to ask her if they were parked parallel. One of the requirements for calibration is that they must be exactly parallel to the street. This is where the cosine error that Tony Tramel talks about in the Sunday Advertiser last Sunday, when he talks about cosine error. It's very interesting that he admits that there is an error. He says there's an error, that the cameras at the lights are more accurate, but that the handheld guns are not as accurate.
Where's she going?
And yet that's what they're using.
Where's she going?
She's going to pay her ticket like a good little citizen.
Like a sheep.
She drank the Kool-Aid.
The other thing I would submit
Once they saw this,
is from the documentation that we got from, you'd have to review all the documentation that we got from, but this is the graphics of the RedFlex radar. It is set at 22-degree angle.
you need to find out what your ordinance is.
They give a three-dimensional view of this. The Gaussian beam of this is at its peak performance at a 10-degree angle, plus or minus 10 degrees, not at 22. If you went by 22 degrees on this beam, you would be accurate all the way out to 110 degrees, and it's not. I spent 20 years at Texas Instruments, designing and manufacturing laser radar missiles. I know about laser beams. I spent the last 10 years working with manufacturers on lasers. All the way, I recently got back from China working with lasers, and I understand the beam focus. We focus our beams down to 2,000ths of an inch, less than a human hair, and they're going to tell me that they're accurate here at 22 degrees. So I take offense with this, and I did not get a chance to show it.
Will y'all come on my show one day? Would y'all come on the show one day?
Yes, yes.
We kind of, I listen to you every morning. I don't know what to work at 6 in the morning. You're hilarious.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
That's hilarious.
Anytime 6 to 9, anytime you guys want that, you know, KATC's are short and one coffee.
What's your best time for your listening audience?
I think from 7 to 9.
7 going to work.
You want to get a copy of your...
Well, the information that they requested, they want a copy of their working paperwork they were using, they were going off of. They asked for theirs. Tony Tramel told y'all what? That you have to wait on
He
that?
has to wait to see the city attorney.
Right, and she just got a copy of the same type of documentation, same falsified documentation. She doesn't, because she doesn't have her original here today. So you have to find that original, and then you can win. All right, now they're going back in.
It's going to be different right there.
They're going to go ask for their paperwork that they were denied.
Documentation just like Monica got.
What do you mean a copy of it?
Well, you gave her a copy here. I'd like you to print me one out too. I just want to print out.
And also mine, please.
I really don't think they like us. Oh dear.
Well, if you read the actual ordinance, it says that if you speed through an intersection, they can give you a ticket. If they just give you a ticket for running a red light, that's not, the fine is for speeding through the intersection, not the red light.
Okay, it says 400 block of Willow Street, so...
It could be an intersection.
It could be a light. Is Willow a light?
There are
They
intersections.
got like...
You may have.
It wouldn't have been a light. Well, safe speed. It didn't say safe light.
400 block of Willow Street.
Psst. Do something.